Greetings, happy Fuck the Cops Day. We'll give people a few moments to come in here.
It's Eric Brandt.
Of course. Eric Brandt, you know, they're the regulars down here.
God, he's a beauty.
That's what he
So
said.
anyway, the other girl took the fucking camera, but he was filming here. And then we took his ID because we wanted to know who he was. Then I just sat out. And we have a sign saying no video recording.
Okay.
So I'm gonna charge him on that.
We've been told we can't charge him with disturbing the peace.
Well, you can say he threw pop on me. What you did.
Well, he did, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's all over my face.
Okay. All right.
We told him many times, calm down. So you can do him for, you know, you want to do anything else, you can do him for, just jackass in public.
Yeah.
Just jackass in public.
Just jackass in public. Jackass in public.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. I know that some of you may have been wanting to attend my motions hearing this afternoon, but the motions hearing has been canceled. Actually, the legal term is vacated. Here we have the order from the court right here. The case number, is that coming through? I hope it's coming through. No, it's not. How about now? There we go. There's the order from the court. And the case number. Oh, that's interesting. That screen doesn't quite fill the screen. Nope, that didn't help a goddamn bit. Okay, we're just going to leave it like it is. But here is the case number right here. Case number 196522. Order to dismiss the case based on the people's motion in the interest of justice, signed today by Judge Fay, Olympia Z. Fay, today, August 25th, 2020. And let's see what else is in here. Here's the motion to dismiss right here. In the interest of justice. Not a whole lot of reason there. Shouldn't have to give a lot of reason. That's the reason. And that's the district attorney, David Coates, that did it, that filed to dismiss it. So no motions hearing today. And that's a good thing, really. It's always a good thing when your case gets dismissed, because no matter how strong you think your case is, it always is a risk to go in front of a jury. And they're not scared. I'm sorry, they're not scared of a malicious prosecution, because nobody ever brings it once the cops file the charge. But one of the problems that they had in here, and where they may have a malicious prosecution risk, and I'll go ahead and play at least the first part of this body camera, but and I have some other, maybe I'll throw in some of the other body cameras that I have not broadcast yet, but Lieutenant Chavez, that's Quick Draw Chavez, he was a part of the charging, as well as the district attorney's office. They contacted the district attorney about this. So when the district attorney participates in the charging of a crime, they could be open to a malicious prosecution. It really kind of depends on what information they were provided. So in all honesty, I don't think that the prosecution has much of a risk in this case of a malicious prosecution claim, but Lieutenant Chavez certainly does. Here's just some excerpts from the body camera footage that I published the other day.
It's Eric Brandt.
Of course. Eric Brandt, you know, they're the regulars down here.
God, he's a beauty.
That's what he
So
said.
anyway, the other girl took the fucking camera, but he was filming here. And then we took his ID because we wanted to know who he was. Then I just sat out. And we have a sign saying no video recording.
Okay.
So I'm gonna charge him on that.
we've been told we can't charge him with disturbing the peace.
Well, you can say he threw pop on me, which he did.
Well, he did, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all over my jeans.
Okay. All right.
We told him many times, calm down.
So you can do them for, you know, you want to do anything else, you can do them for, just jackass in public.
Yeah.
Just jackass in public.
Just jackass in public. Jackass in public.
So, you know what I might do? Would you guys maybe like to see the security camera footage from this incident? That I can show. Maybe I'll go through the security camera footage here, and I'll tell you and show you where they lied. Right. So you guys might have seen this video before the other day. What's up, Liberty Freak? I'm glad I can say hello to you again. I'll not get arrested. Well, you never know. But you know what I mean. Jackass in public t-shirt. Somebody should make a jackass in public t-shirt. My camera's not working. I don't know why. I'm always fighting this shit. I don't give a fuck. So we're just going to do it without a camera today. Let me pull up and see if I can find. Because I think that we would like to see the... footage. Where did I put that? Where did I put that? While I'm looking for that, I'm gonna let this play out a little while. Then I'll tell you guys. We'll go through the security camera footage, and I'll show you exactly what happened. So let's listen to them build their story, and then I'll show you what really happened.
Just this is 672 Baker.
How you doing? Hey, what's up, buddy?
73 Baker, where you
These guys
calling?
being detained, or?
Yep.
72, referencing a SPO.
Terry Brand.
Of course.
Hey, Sergeant, can we speak with you, please?
I can give him a call for you.
Hey, Vince, how you doing, buddy?
Thank you, sir. Just need a better location exchange, not finding him anywhere.
How many of you guys? 3 of you guys?
Two.
Can I speak with you,
sir, about this?
Yeah, hold on a second. Okay?
Yeah.
What's going on,
Let's
Vince?
resolve this without bullshit.
Ask Ben Garcia. Ben Garcia. I just can't cover that.
Hey, Ben, what's happening, buddy?
So, we'll charge him with disturbing the peace. He was just screaming and yelling at our security guards.
Okay.
Remember that. He was just screaming and yelling at our security guards.
We told him many times, calm down. Lieutenant went out there, told him to calm down. He wouldn't. So he walked outside. I walked outside too. His other buddy right there. The other girl took the fucking camera, but he was filming me here. And we have the sign
Yes, sir.
saying no
Just
video
that they
recording.
can't find him.
Okay.
Hurry
So I'm
up.
gonna charge him on that.
All right.
Right here at the
The radio traffic was there. She's getting a hold of the Lieutenant Chavez, so that they come down and help with Brandt, she said.
corner of 20th and Glenarm.
Let me see what the LT says real quick. Which
I
LT
will
is here?
let them know again. They said they're not finding you over there.
Let me go talk. Middle one?
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
We'll go talk to him.
No, just saying.
Hey, Ben.
And I
Good, buddy. Hey, you.
Hey, you.
What's going on? How's
It's good to
everything?
see
You
you.
too. It's new.
Nothing.
Welcome to headquarters.
Pop all over me.
Did you really?
Dick.
So, Eric Brandt, you know, they're the regulars down here. We've been told we can't charge them with disturbing the peace. All right, when
Well,
they're yelling and...
That's fine.
So-
Charge them with trespass. We asked them to leave 1 3 times. We're good.
Okay.
So, and you know, and then they were filming in the lobby. They're not supposed to, and it's posted out there. And I think that the thing is posted out there too. And also, you can do them for, you know, you want to do anything else, you can do them for just jackass in public. Would
Yeah,
be
they're
nice.
big freaking jerks. They always are.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what the security guards say, because that's who they were directing their anger to at first, right?
Right. And then we took his ID because we wanted to know who he was. I thought it was him, but I wasn't really sure because I deal with him all the time like you guys do.
Right.
So, I took his ID. I'm like, it's Eric Brandt from my pocket. And then he's like, okay.
So So they took my ID because they wanted to know who I was. She wasn't sure. Not because I committed a crime, but because she wanted to know who I was. So what we know right now is that there was a seizure of my ID.
I'll leave. I'm like, okay. So then he starts charging at all the officers. Like, this is bullshit.
Charging
And,
the officers? I'm
so
so
we
sure.
got him kind of outside.
Sure.
And then, God, he's a beauty.
That's what he
So
said.
anyway,
Yeah, she don't like me at all, does
so
she?
he,
Fuck her.
then his buddy starts taking filming in the lobby.
Okay.
And so when they did that, one of the guys went to grab his camera because he can't do that. And he went to dive underneath my leg, and that's when I jumped on him.
What the hell?
So she's saying that I went to dive at her legs, right? But that's not what happened, right? And if I find this footage, I'll show it to you because I know I have it here somewhere.
Oh, he went to the ground?
Yeah, and I was right on top
Like
of
he
his
was gonna try and take you down?
I apologize. You want me to put checking on the fight as well?
And he was so close to me, he was so pop all over me.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So who took the camera then?
I think
Maybe Ben? Okay. And that's when he dove
That's when,
towards
yeah,
you?
he dove
Well
toward
then, did he make contact with you?
No, but then I just,
So what they're trying to set up here is they're trying to set up an assault on a police officer case. And in the other body camera footage, you can hear them talk about that. Oh, I might have found my files. Yeah. Oh, it did locate them, I think. Oh, yay. So they're trying to set up this assault on a police officer question, which they ultimately failed to do. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. So you guys will remember that Beverly Rodriguez is one of the security guards. Yeah, let's play this clip. Here we go. So here's Beverly Rodriguez. Hopefully the audio comes through here. There, I can pass that there. Okay. Too many screens. Here we go. So, just prior to this incident, Beverly Rodriguez, we've constantly had issues with her for a long time. And she's so funny that she even takes her ID tag off of her uniform every time we come in the building. So she'll never identify herself to us. The only reason that I know her name is that it was provided in the discovery of this case where she alleges to be a victim. And it looks like it still could. See, this came off of a backup drive, and so the audio is not conformed. Let's see if it'll conform this. No. Who knows? I'm always fighting audio problems. It is my bane. But what she's going to do here is that she's... Oh, that's interesting. I can hear it barely.
You don't have right. You have the right to quit your job and leave the building. And that's why we always record.
And that's why we
You don't
always
have right.
record.
You have the right to quit your job and leave the building. And that's why we always record.
In the police department.
Okay, so that is that part. So now let me pull up. Let's get this up. Hold on, let me bring this up just right. want to do that other one first. No, I don't want that one. I want the other one. Oh, here it is. Okay. So there's no audio for this because it's just a camera. Here we go. So I'll stop and narrate periodically. So this is the police administration building. This is the phone that you have to call on to go get your property. This is where the sex offenders have to come and sit and be, embarrassed and register. This is a nice little memorial to fallen officers. You come in, you go through your little security screening, and the windows over here where Meth Mouth works, and he's going to become important here. And then there's a big gate here that goes to the rest of the building. There's like an auditorium over here, and there's some nice artwork. It's almost like a little museum. And Beverly Rodriguez sits behind this desk right over here. I don't know who this woman is that was working that day. That might be Beverly, but I think it was a different woman. And I think Beverly's over here. You're going to see Brian Loma and Kyle Shockley come in the building and start screening. And of course, Brian Loma is always going on about the marijuana rights. It's a big win for him. He took on the city over marijuana and he won, right? He won this for everyone. Here we go. Ooh, I wonder what this evil shadow is over here. Oh, just people. Okay. Who knows who this is? Just some folks. They're douchebags. They have a magic badge. Bring! Magic badge. Near. So this woman is not with either of our groups. There's Beverly Rodriguez. Now, Beverly has a name tag, but this is so funny. When she takes it off, you can see the little dark holes where the frogs went through her shirt. But that's how dumb she is. But she's funny. As soon as she sees us coming in, oh boy, it's these people again. Don't know who this woman is. Here's Brian Loma. Here's Kyle Shockley. Brian always needs like 14 bins. Let's fry some pork, yes. It's not always easy to get this footage, by the way. We have to work for this footage. It's always fun to go through security with Brian because he stresses him out, so it's always a shit show with all the pieces and parts and blah, blah, blah. It's kind of funny.
He's where I got the idea for my security bag.
What's that?
Brian Loma is the inspiration for going through security with the bag.
I still didn't hear you, buddy.
Brian Loma is the inspiration for my security bag.
Oh, yes. Oh, with all the phones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Otto will go through security with like 47 unused cell phones. That's always entertaining.
Extra batteries taped together.
Yeah. So there Kyle's going through. Brian's blah, blah, blah. He's talking about his marijuana. See this? I get my marijuana. They had to have training, and repeatedly they had to have training, by the way. They still didn't figure it out. Kyle's coming through. He's going to get his stuff. He's going to try to go over to this phone in the back to call for his property. They just dismissed his case where they charged him with a felony for saying, "Do you know Eric Brandt? Well, do you, punk?" And they took his phone. So that's what we're here to get that day. They're here to get that. I'm just walking along because we did court support for each other and we're part of the general entourage, but we're not like where they're talking about how it says that we deliberately came in here to create this problem. They're totally dismissing the fact that that's actually not what we came there to do, right? They created the problem, and as a matter of fact, they filed a 404B motion stating that I do this because I want to make money on YouTube and gain notoriety. So let's talk about the money on YouTube. There isn't any money on YouTube. Let's talk about the notoriety. While everybody else's channels have skyrocketed up to 150 subscribers in the last year, mine is plateaued at 18,000. So I'm not sure I'm getting any notoriety, but whatever. So you can see Beverly is sat back down at her desk. And in a moment, I'm going to walk in. And as a matter of fact, I could probably pull that up on the foyer scaler. So here is the view from the foyer. There's Kyle and Brian walking in. And I believe, oh, here comes Eric and Karen. We're going to see a lot more of this foyer here. I've got my lunch. We just got, we stopped at Subway on the way over. So I've got a big soda in my hand and a pizza sandwich. Oh no, Fuckleberry, that's terrible. So there's where I go in. We'll come back to that. We'll go back to the lobby scaler. So there's Eric and Karen. And I walk in right here, and you can see me look over to the side. And I see Beverly sitting at her desk. And I turned to Karen, and I said, oh God, that fucking bitch is still working here. And I just continue. I mean, we can't do anything because Brian has all the bins. And here comes Beverly. And she's like, I don't have to take that shit. It's my job. And you're harassing me in my job. And I don't have to take it. And I said, you know, actually, you do have to take it. You don't have to like it, but you have to take it. And so they're saying that I'm just screaming and yelling in here. I literally turned to Karen. I said, oh, God, that fucking bitch is still working here. And then she went off, right? So for them to say, oh, he just comes in here and starts screaming and yelling at our security workers is actually not a true statement. Not a true statement at all. And, oh, we got a scene going on, so you can imagine what Brian is struggling with here. So she runs off to get meth mouth. A little too far. There. And Brian turns to the people there and he says, we don't tolerate our employees mouthing off to us. So she walks over to get meth mouth. Beverly has not been shagged since 1960. Probably true. Probably true. Oh, hi, Thunder Rolls Media. You missed a cop watch that we did right after we left your house. Hey, David Boren. They do falsify their reports. They absolutely falsify their reports, right? So, going back to this one. She goes off to get the police. This one, she brings me the tub. Okay, so I start unloading. There's my sandwich. Here's my drink cup. I don't know what they don't want you to put the drink cup through the machine because if it spills, it makes a mess. I'm gonna toss my wallet and stuff in there. And we're not screaming and yelling at this point, right? We're just not screaming and yelling. Here comes Meth Mouth. I'm putting my stuff in the bin. And Meth Mouth decides he's going to talk to me. And he's telling me that I have to go. And I said, no, you're going to screen me through security. And now I'm trying to read his name, Garcia. So now, look what he does. He reaches in the tub, and he takes out my wallet, and I try to snatch it back. Did you see that? Tried to snatch that fucker back. Hey! And he blocks me. He has seized my property. That is a security screening for contraband weapons. It is not an in-depth investigation into the details of my papers and effects. Oh, it was dismissed without prejudice. Yeah, they always do it that way. A member of the Lollipop Guild. Yeah, and I think I heard it from Brian Loma that his lawyer discovered that he's on the Brady list, which explains why he's always working behind the window. And that also explains why he's not the one that filled out the probable cause statement. How come there's not a no button? Which phone's ringing? There we go. So, make him pay. Make him pay. Make him pat. Ooh, make him pat. Right, so this is a screen. Oh, what does the Brady list? The Brady list is a list of officers that can't testify because they have a history of dishonesty or violence, and so he's had things in his past that were founded that make him a bad witness, and so it's hard to win a case. This is one of the problems with the issue over Elijah McClain. The people that killed Elijah McClain, they can't fire them, but the officers that reenacted his killing and then shared those pictures, they were fired. Well, the problem that they have now is that in 2 counties, they have something like 170 felony cases associated with these officers' testimony that they have to dismiss because they can't put those officers on a stand because they'll be grilled about this issue. So apparently Beverly and Depends are having an affair. I didn't know that. That's news to me. That's good to know. Lets me know that it's a good thing for me that I've already decided to stay away from both of them. But you know, so when an officer becomes compromised, they end up on a list that you can't put this guy on the street because he can't testify. So they give him a desk job. This guy works behind the window at the police administration building. This guy's so problematic apparently that they didn't even have him fill out the probable cause statement. They had another officer come do it, so that officer becomes the primary witness in court. So now I'm demanding my ID back. I want my fucking ID back. You can't just steal my ID. It's not a search for details. There's Officer Tran. He also works behind the desk. I don't know if he's on the Brady list or not, but I think it's a little odd that for years he's worked at exactly the same desk. I'm demanding my ID back. Here's the lieutenant. This is the lieutenant. I didn't know she was a lieutenant because she's plainclothes. They believe that Brian Loma is filming. They have just banned recording in this building because of, that's right, Beverly Rodriguez for flipping me off, and I recorded it and published it. And he threatens me, so I bounce out the building, right? So as we're going out the door of the building, here, he says, There's no cameras out here. Let's go. Let's do this. What do you mean, let's go and let's do this? Really? He lied to a judge? I'm not sure what he did. I haven't seen it. So we run out, and he says that I lied to a judge. I'm sorry. He says, there's no cameras out here. Let's go. Let's do this. And I'm like, let's go. Let's do this. What the fuck is he talking about?
Well, you know exactly what he's talking about. He's inciting violence. He's asking you to go.
That's exactly right. I believe that's called a consensual sparring event. But I'm pretty sure that would result with me having 7 bullets in the back and never being able to walk again.
Well, at least you're not dead.
Well, well, maybe. Here comes Brian. Brian's out there. This guy's running around. He chases Kyle down. Now all the cops are coming out. One of the things that they said was that I disrupted the operations in here because I was so loud. Well, now I'm out there screaming, no justice, no peace, right? But the doors are held open. So of course you can hear me inside the building. Don't be ridiculous. There goes Kyle. He's going to chase Kyle. Now we're going to come back in and get our things so we can leave, right? That is uttering fighting words. You're right. Oh, he wanted me bad. Yeah, that midget is not part of my clan, says Space Pygmy. And the 6 dislikes are Bev's buddies. So Karen's going to come in and try and get my property. Good for her. I love Karen. She almost got wiped out this morning, too, during the protests, by the way.
Did you get kicked out of Jacob's snake last night?
Oh, did I get kicked out of Jacobs? Yes, I did get kicked out of Jacobs, as a matter of fact. How did you know that? He didn't like my jokes, I guess. So now I'm going to go in and get my property, right? Because I can't leave without my property. Oh, Karen's already on that. Now, watch this. Okay, this is funny shit. I got to replay that. This is funny as fuck. So, Meth Mouth has just screamed, if you come back in, you're going to get arrested at Kyle. Notice Kyle standing here flipping him off, screaming at him. I'm just being quiet. I'm telling this bitch that I need my ID. She actually has my ID in her hand. Right? I need my property. I'm willing to leave, but I got to have my shit. Now, watch Meth Mouth here. He's going to hold the door shut. Right? He's going to hold the door shut. And so Brian comes in the other door. So he sees Brian recording and screams, "You can't record in here." Watch this. You're going to see when he notices it. Kyle's giving him the 3rd degree, as well he should. Ready? Watch this. There's Karen. She's got my stuff. I'm still demanding my ID. I want my fucking ID. Right there. Right there. He's like, what did I just see? Is he recording? Oh yeah, he's recording. Ready? We're going to watch this in real time. Watch. He gives him a warning, but gives him absolutely no time to respond to it. I'm demanding my ID. I'm oblivious now to what's happening behind me, sort of. No. Now, all I hear, as I'm demanding this ID, I hear, "Get my phone, get my phone." And I turn and I see the phone tumbling out. So I tried to catch the phone, but it went past me because you guys don't know, I'm like the most uncoordinated fuck on the planet, right? So like, there's a reason why I did no sports. So I go for the phone, but she's in the way. Now she's touching me, right? I dove at her knees, and she's just not going to let anybody get that close to her. But she's touching me, right? So now she's touching me, and we go for this phone. She's grabbing me. And that's when my soda went all over her. Because I got a soda in one hand trying to catch the phone with the other. Now we're down at the ground. My soda, I tried to switch to the other hand. And that right there, where is it? Right there. That, why it won't pause on that frame, I don't know. See my hand right there? See my hand? Chunk, out the phone went, right out the door.
Bro, we should play football. This is like fucking professional rugby players don't do this shit.
I don't know if you can hear Otto through the microphone there, but he says we should play football. Professional rugby players don't even do this shit. So here's the moment. She's still holding my ID in her hand. Brian comes in through the other door. Poof. Brian's always so peaceful.
This guy can't help it. Look at this guy. He comes out, he's like, oh shit, there's another guy.
Oh, I got everybody in the world trying to call me. So I'm going to have to... And so there goes the arrest. Collecting all of Brian's shit. Notice my soda is now spilled all over the floor and all over her pants. Boy, I haven't worn that ankle monitor in a long time. I'm on like three models down the road now.
You date your videos
by the model of ankle monitor. date my videos by the model of the ankle monitor. That's funny shit. And there's Isaac and Naomi. Anna walked around the corner and Kyle's like, pick up that phone. And so they did. And they left with the phone. What do you know? And so there you have it. Case dismissed. So there you got some body camera and security camera footage that's never been seen before. And yes, it is my intention to file a claim against Meth Mouth for unlawful seizure for taking my ID. I'll play the beginning clips here again, and then I'm going to end the stream. Thank you guys for supporting me. I'm sorry I'm not going to see any of you guys in in Denver today. Peaceful ones make easy victims, I suppose. Yeah.
It's Eric Brandt.
Of course. Eric Brandt, you know, they're the regulars down here.
God, he's a beauty.
That's what he
So
said.
anyway,
The other girl took the fucking camera, but he was filming here.
and then we took his ID because we wanted to know who he was. Then I just sat out.
And we have a sign saying no video recording.
Okay.
So I'm gonna charge him on that.
We've been told we can't charge him with disturbing the peace.
Well, you can say he threw pop on me. Which he did.
Well, he did, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's
all
all over my jeans.
right. Okay. All right.
We told him many times, calm down.
So you can do them for, you know, you want to do anything else, you can do them for, just jackass in public.
Yeah.
Just jackass in public.
Just jackass in public. Jackass in public.